This is the Peter Greenwood Show at the Edinburgh Fringe. Another guest has joined me. Could you tell me your name and your show title, please?
I'm Sam Eley, and my show is Sam Eley is Basil Crumbwick, Soul Sewage.
Interesting title.
Yeah.
Who is Basil Crumbwick?
It's a slightly unwieldy title, putting both names in there, but I thought it was the right move. Although anytime I have to say the whole thing out loud, it sounds a bit stupid. Basil Crumbwick, Soul Sewage. No. It works best on the poster when you got Sam Eley in little letters and then Basil Crumbwick. Anyway, the show is a character comedy show. I've got on a big paper mache head as a costume. I'm playing an old man called Basil Crumbwick, and it's just a sort of absurdist, dark, late night character comedy show about this horrible old man and his horrible thoughts and things that he does. And it's at Monkey Barrel 2, 11:25 every night.
That's kind of a late night slot. What's the audience like for that?
They've been great so far. I think they're up for kind of something a bit weird or a bit dark at that time. Luckily, the character is so sort of confrontational and big and angry. It's quite easy to deal with, like, drunk people and hecklers, which I haven't really had so far. It's been really nice. You know, people who know about Monkey Barrel and stuff are usually like a bit more kind of comedy savvy. But yeah, it's I do stand up as myself as well, and I wouldn't do a normal stand up show at that time. But when you're a big horrible old man and people are being an arsehole in the audience, you can just scream at them, which is what every comedian wants to do when an audience member is like.
You can swear.
Okay,
you can say anything you like. When they're being motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, well noticed that I was figuring that out in my head. It's because this is the second interview I've done this Fringe, and the first one I wasn't allowed to swear, and I did swear.
Oh, who was it? Name and shame.
Well, it was an out of character radio show, which was going out live on the radio. So,
okay. That's the best time to swear.
Yeah. To be honest, I think they're probably. I don't think the watchdogs were listening in. But yeah, if the audience is being an arsehole, like, usually comics can't just scream at them because it doesn't fit their persona. But it does fit my persona.
Yeah.
Because I'm a horrible guy, so I can deal with the rowdy crowds.
You sound almost kind of wistful, like you want people to come and start a fight with you.
Not exactly. I wouldn't encourage it too much, but it is. I don't know. It is like, as I'm getting to know the show a bit more, and there's a kind of back and forth, a bit of a struggle with it in that, like, there's part of me that wants the show to just go smoothly and do the show that I've written, but then there's part of me that knows that the chaos can be the most exciting stuff, and it's the most high wire stuff. There was a interruption in the middle of a bit last night that I was doing, and it's quite sort of a slow bit that builds momentum, and halfway through it there was just this really loud bang where someone was like moving a bag around, and I had to completely abandon the bit because it just like interrupted the flow and there would have been no way to go back to it. But then it did create this fun moment where I basically just sort of had a breakdown on stage for the next few minutes in character, more or less. But I think the audience like that because they know they're getting something just for them.
Yeah, something unique that you don't see every night.
Yeah.
So where did Basil come from? What's his origin story, and why wear the mask and not some kind of, I don't know, about makeup, prosthetics, that kind of thing?
Well, I'll tell the origin story first. So I've been doing stand-up for 10 years, and I always wanted to do sort of something a bit weird or alternative or absurdist, but it's hard to. It's just tricky doing weird stuff when you're doing sort of normal gigs on the like open mic circuit in London.
Yeah.
Most people just don't want to hear you say mad stuff. They want to hear you talk about dating or whatever everyone else is talking about.
Yeah.
So I got that kind of beaten out of me. I started out doing quite alternative stuff, but ended up being more kind of personal and normal. And I still like the stuff I was doing, but I kind of always wanted to get back to my weird roots. So I started a Twitter account where which was called Basil Crumbwick, and I would tweet these kind of mad sort of stream of conscious nonsense thoughts. I don't know when or how I decided it was an old man, but that just seemed sort of right, that it would just be a kind of mad old man shouting into the void. And I just did it sort of to amuse myself and to sort of get out of having to write normal punchlines.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that for years and years, and it didn't let anyone follow the account. If anyone followed it, I blocked them. So I had 0 followers. And it was just like this weird sort of, I don't even know what you'd call it, like a sort of somewhere between like a kind of online notebook and a performance art piece. And then I would eventually was like, oh, maybe this is something that could actually be done on stage in some way. And I would, get drunk and show it to friends at the pub, and they would tell me I should do something with it. And so the first version of it, I just printed off a load of these tweets and read them out on stage with a mask over my face that I'd bought in Mexico like 5 years before. Because I was like, well, I'm not a horrible old man. I'm like a sort of young, like hopefully not horrible appearing person. So I was like, I can't just have my own face, and I'm not an actor. So I was like, I didn't want to just go and challenge myself with a performance.
You didn't want to go full Alan Partridge.
Yes, yeah. Because Alan Partridge is is much better, I think, now that Steve Coogan is older, and it kind of suits him more. So I was like, I want my face covered, but a simple mask seemed like too almost theatrical somehow, or like, I don't know, it would remind me of like seeing a play or something. So I thought, what about a big, horrible, terrifying head? And that just felt like a fun idea. And I knew it would immediately get compared to Frank Sidebottom, who is the only other papier-mâché head comedian in the history of the world. But I was like, well, there's got to be another one eventually.
Sooner or later there will be another one.
Yeah.
Why not you?
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of it. I've gone through a few different head iterations, and they're quite kind of easily destroyed, and they get a bit warped from the sort of sweating steam from my head inside it. So I might have to do a sort of Doctor Who head regeneration every year with something slightly new.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
You could do like one of those Vegas shows where, where somebody's wearing one outfit and then like, boom, another outfit. You could do that with the head, like you're in this head, and you're like, oh, I don't feel so well. Boom, another head.
Yeah. I mean, it's so hot in there.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Several people have been like, oh yeah, what if you took it off and you had like another head or anything else underneath it? I'm like, I can barely survive just wearing one head.
Yeah.
But maybe with some CGI I could record a
that can be done. There's people who can do that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What is the plan for the show after the Fringe? Are you going to keep touring it? Will Basil appear elsewhere?
It's my debut show. Before the Fringe, no one really knew who I was. I mean, still not many people know who I am. But if the Fringe goes well, then hopefully more people will. And I'll definitely do it in London at some point. And a tour would be amazing, but obviously only if it... Basil's quite reliant on like a vibey audience and good momentum. It's not like a sort of storytelling show that you can do to 6 people.
Yeah.
Like you want a sort of full up for it crowd. So I don't think, performing to 8 people in Kent would be like the right vibe for it. But if people like it, I'd love to keep doing it. And then maybe another Basil show. But the idea of that right now makes me feel ill. So
focus on what you have now. Focus on the here and
yeah.
now. Focus on the Basil you currently are, not the Basil you will be.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do.
That's my wisdom for today.
Thank you. I needed that.
Where can people find out more about you and the show online?
My Instagram is a good place. I'm at Mr. Sam Eley. And yeah, you can get tickets on edfringe.com or the Monkey Barrel website. To be honest, there's not loads of information out there about the show. I quite like that people don't really know what it is or what it's going to be like. I've been coming to the Fringe for years, and before, like, social media was like totally dominating everything. And I love that you'd go and see stuff and just be like, well, what is this going to be?
Yeah.
So I've been kind of reticent. I've turned down some marketing opportunities that would have involved me putting clips of Basil online, because I'm like, oh, I don't know, it just loses some of the Fringe magic if it's splashed around everywhere. So I would say, don't learn more about it. Just come and watch.
Yeah, just come and see the show.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time and for coming in today.
Thanks, man. Nice to meet you.
Sam Eley is Basil Crumbwick. Soul Sewage is playing at 11:25 every day up until the 30th of August, not including the 18th. At Monkey Barrel 2 at Monkey Barrel Comedy. For tickets, go to edfringe.com and type in Sam Eley. That is Eley. Until next time, I have been your host, Peter Greenwood. I've been at the Edinburgh Fringe. See you later. Bye, everybody. Bye.